Elon Musk plans to start colonizing Mars within 5 years. Musk tweeted on Monday that he would reveal major improvements to his plan at the International Astronautical Congress (IAC) in Adelaide, most likely in the shape of changes to a 40-story tall vehicle called the Interplanetary Transport System, which is expected to take the first 100,200 people to the Red Planet. When the presentation screen showed 2022, Musk felt the need to elaborate that's not a typo, although it is aspirational. SpaceX plans to land at least 2 cargo ships on Mars in 2022, to confirm water resources and identify hazards and place power, mining, and life support infrastructure for future flights. Water resources are crucial to creating propellant to get ships and human cargo back to Earth. In 2024, Musk wants to see 4 ships, 2 of which will be crewed with 100 people each, 2 of which will be cargo, make the 3-month journey. That mission will have the materials to build a propellant depot, solar panels, and mining equipment to draw and refine water and CO2. Then the base begins to grow, starting with 1 ship Space Ecutube, then multiple ships Space Ecutube, then the city Space Ecutube, and the bigger city Space Ecutube, Musk said. Then came terraforming and making it a nicer place to live, like this Space Ecutube. Musk first revealed the system at last year's IAC in Guadalajara, Mexico, and the full colonization plan was repeated in detail in a scientific journal in June. However, his plans for this year's event were upstaged by Lockheed Martin, which, just hours before Musk was due on stage in Adelaide, revealed details of its Mars base camp concept at the IAC. Lockheed plans to have humans in Mars within a decade, coordinating its efforts with NASA's Lunar Deep Space Gateway and a Mars surface lander. About 50 minutes into Lockheed's presentation, Musk cancelled his press conference planned for after his own presentation. But as it turns out, Musk's plan is now to hit Mars in 2022, and, as he told the crowd in Adelaide, "I think we've figured out how to pay for it. Humans will make the trip in the BFR's shuttle module." Here's the latest layout. Space Ecutube, getting the mission cost down to a realistic $100,000 or less, will rely heavily on SpaceX perfecting an automated renvis and docking system. The BFR will burn 150 tons getting to low Earth orbit, but another 150-ton refill in space will take it all the way to Mars. If the tanker has this reusability, you're then only paying for refilling the propellant, Musk said, adding it was absolutely fundamental to making the job cheaper. Next year, Musk says we will see Dragon 2 show off its automated docking skills when it joins with the ISS with zero human intervention. "You can just press go and it will dock," he said. Funding for the BFR will come from launching satellites and servicing the ISS. And yes, Musk has plans for the BFR to service the ISS, even though it hilariously dwarfs it in the process. Space Ecutube, it really is a big FKing rocket when sat in an evolution of SpaceX vehicles. Space Ecutube, the cabin space will boast a pressurized volume greater than an A380, allowing for 40 cabins and common areas. Musk said for a 3-6-month journey you'll probably want a cabin, not just a seat. The cabin can actually hold 5 to 6 people, but 2 to 3 is the ideal, making the capacity around 100 people per flight. The spacecraft will also include solar storm shelter, storage galley, and entertainment areas. And crucially, 2 landing engines, in case one fails. Musk charmingly calls that minimizing pucker. This article was originally published by Business Insider. More from Business Insider.